It is Monday around 10:30. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. I hope you're having a splendid start to your week or have had a good week, because by the time you see this it will be probably another Monday. Anyway, what am I saying? I don't know. I have a reading update for you. I started reading this morning. If you saw the previous clip, you will know that I started reading Sapphire Blue by Kerstin. Gier. Here we go. This is the second book to the Ruby Red trilogy. For those that don't know, this is a trilogy centering on time travel. We follow this family that specific generations, like there's a gene that passes down generation to generation, and some of them get it, and the gene is the ability to time travel. So our main character, we follow her as she's kind of thrown into this world because she wasn't familiar with the time traveling aspect beforehand, and so now we're kind of learning about you know, the whole history behind the family, and there's a lot of just time jumps all over the place. And a big thing with this book is you could tell that there is like a little bubbling romance that's starting to form, and it's really ridiculous because our main character, she just feels so childish. The way she reacts to when this character kissed her for the first time, she keeps like thinking about it constantly, and she gets really nervous, and I mean, it's understandable when you're that young, but it's written really funny. This book is a translation, and I don't think the translation is the best because it just comes across as really it's just written so awkwardly is what I would say, I guess. But it is fun. I am enjoying it. I'm only on page 40, so I'm not very far, but I read this morning and I wanted to share with you what I read so far. I have the day off, so I will read more later this afternoon, but right now I'm going to go do stuff. So I will see you later. Bye. Okay.
Yes, I do love you.
What has been your favorite book that you have listened to this year?
Moby Dick. It was the longest one, but it was the favorite one because of Pip. I think his name was Pip. It was Pip, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I need to reread it.
It was more towards the end. The beginning sucked. It sucked.
The beginning sucked. I thought the beginning was funny.
Okay, the very beginning was very funny because like how he meets Queequeg, but then later on it sucks because he keeps talking about how much information he knows, but he knows really nothing.
I thought that was a book.
Oh, there was a book right there.
There's a book. I'm tired. I feel like I say that a lot. I'm tired. In every clip, probably. I hope that's not true, but I probably do, in fact, say it a lot. Anyway, it is Tuesday night around 10 o'clock, and I'm tired. And so I'm going to go to bed in just a moment. But I wanted to give you a reading update of what I read between yesterday and today. Yesterday, I only read up to page 40 in Sapphire Blue, and then today I read up to page 140. So I read 100 pages. Hooray, I'm super happy. I wish I would have read more, honestly, because I'm still only like a third of the way. This book is, I think, like 350 or 60 pages, so I'll get through it probably in the next day or two, but I don't know. What am I thinking right now? How do I feel about this book? It is enjoyable. I am enjoying it. It's kind of our main character, the way that she has a crush on this guy. You could just tell she has a crush. It almost feels like a hate to love sort of thing, but she comes off pretty cringy, but it's just kind of funny, just her reactions, what she's thinking and whatnot. I think I talked about this before, but also on top of that, this character, she somehow with her with the gene that she has to time travel, she can also see dead people, I guess. And right now she has this gargoyle character that's been following her, and he's kind of like this, I don't want to compare him to like Smeagol or something, but he's like this weird little oddly entertaining character that's just beside her saying all these snarky, he can't speak, he's saying all these snarky comments left and right, and I really like him a lot. So I'm happy with that character introduction in this book. And besides that, yeah, I'm tired. I can't think right now. I will read more and I will let you know more later. Good night. Good night. So it is now Wednesday morning around 9:30. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. I didn't have to work today, which was really nice. I got to sleep in. I slept in till around 7:30, which was just wonderful, so wonderful. And yeah, I got up, I took a shower, I had some coffee like I do, and then I read some of my book. I read 30 more pages of Sapphire Blue, so I'm now on page 170 and I am halfway through this book. Finally making progress slowly. In a little bit I'm gonna go have breakfast at a cafe, and then I'm gonna walk around the beach, and it's gonna be nice. I'll bring you along and show you some of the beach area because it's really nice. Of the 30 pages that I read, this book is just, it's kind of the same. I had a thought, really. This book feels like a ton of filler, like not much is going on. I feel as if this is one of those trilogies where it could have just been one giant book and then that would have been that, but the publisher was like, hey, let's split this up into 3 to make more money, and that's what they did. There's a lot of antics between characters, a lot of angst, a lot of fighting. One of the main characters, who was supposed to be the gene carrier of the time traveler, gene thingy, and she wasn't. She's really angry with her cousin right now, so she's really catty, and there's a lot of fighting, and yeah, so it's a lot of that, and a lot of, you know, teenage romance angst, and it's just making me roll my eyes, like I said. But I'm gonna keep reading because nonetheless I am interested, and there's a gargoyle, like I said before, and he's entertaining. So overall I do like it. Anyway, I'm gonna go have breakfast. I will see you later for another update. Bye. Point to the boat. Hi, hello. It is Thursday evening, really late. I'm tired. I wanted to tell you today that I finished Sapphire Blue, that I finished the book, and hooray to me. But I didn't finish the book, unfortunately. I am on page 300. I have only around 50 pages left, and I could potentially stay up and read, but honestly I need to go to bed because I have to wake up really early tomorrow. So I'm not gonna finish it today. I'll finish it tomorrow. It'll be fine, and then I'll start another book, but I'm sad about it. But it's okay, it's fine, everything's fine. I read about 100 pages today or something like that. It's a lot of the same, a lot of the angst, a lot of time travel. They're time traveling a lot, and it's a lot of them time traveling to places to where they talk to people, and these people are telling them that they just had conversations with them but in a different time period, and they don't even know that because they haven't yet time traveled in that point of time. So it's really confusing, and I don't know what's going on, and I just want answers. That's all I want. I feel like this book keeps like getting close to giving you answers, and then it's like, haha, just kidding, we're not going to tell you, we're not going to tell you yet. So Sapphire Blue, this book, why? But it's fine. I mean, it's entertaining. So yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I didn't read anything today. Well, that's a lie. I read about 15 pages of a book today, but you know, I don't really have anything to say about those 15 pages, so I didn't read really anything at all today. Happy Saturday night. It is around 10 o'clock, past my bedtime. I have to be up, you know, early. I'm so tired. How many times have I said I'm so tired in these vlogs? I can't. Anyway, the reason why I did not really read today, you know, which is sad, but I did have a lot of fun. Today I did the photography for a wedding with my boyfriend, and so we were at a wedding all day and we did the photography. I didn't really record anything at all. I took one clip and I will leave that clip at the end for you guys to see before my next reading update, because I think it's really awesome, because I love the song and everything, and I'll probably insert a couple pictures that I took, and it was just a beautiful wedding. I had a lot of fun. I'm really tired. The food was great, the people were great, the music was great, everything was great. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry I don't have an actual reading update, but that was my Saturday. I will actually give you a reading update tomorrow, I promise. And it's gonna be a reading update on my final thoughts for Ruby Red. No, not Ruby Red, Sapphire Blue. I can't think right now. The book that I read, that took me like a week to read. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on that book. Anyway, okay, I will see you tomorrow. Good night.
I got the horses in the back. Horse stock is a down close town, living like a guitar. He's gonna have a diamond rings and fancy sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car.
Jay, that was for you.
So it looks like it's now Sunday evening, and hold on. It is Sunday evening, and it looks like this is going to be the end of this weekly reading vlog, but I promised you a reading update. I finished, finally, Sapphire Blue. How is the lighting? It looks awful. I'm sorry. But I finished Sapphire Blue by Kerstin Gier, the second book in the Ruby Red trilogy, and honestly, pretty disappointing. It was entertaining. I will give it that. I will read the final book and see how it wraps up, because hopefully there's something good that happens. I felt like this book was such a filler. I said that before, I think, but honestly, I just feel like nothing happened. They went back in time, they talked to old relatives, they're trying to find out the history of why people are trying to there's this whole like thing going on with the family where they need people's blood in this family timeline thing in order to unlock or to access something, but people are trying to stop that and they're trying to figure out why, and it's very bizarre, because you don't really, there's not a lot of answers that are given, so it's kind of driving me crazy. And there's so much insta love, because apparently our two main characters now love each other. They admitted that they each love each other, and I just don't understand why, because they have nothing in common, they bicker a lot, and they're kids. I don't know, this is just one of those young adult books that I can't. I feel as if I might have enjoyed this, you know, as a 12, 13-year-old, but it's just, I don't know, even Twilight is better than this probably. But yeah, I mean, I would still recommend it if you enjoy something that's just brain candy. That's what I read this week, and you know, I had a good week, but the book itself that I read, not so much. It took a while to get through, because I think I was just so kind of bored, I guess you could say. Even though it was a quick read in general, it just wasn't entertaining me. But I did pick up today Bone Music by Christopher Rice. Christopher Rice is the son of Anne Rice, in case you didn't know that, who wrote Interview with the Vampire and other things as well. So I was really excited to pick this up finally, and I've only read, I want to say, I'm on page 18, so I haven't read much. The beginning was just so enticing and just drew me in completely, and I could tell that this is going to be a really messed up book, like pretty brutal. For those that don't know, about, I haven't heard a lot about this book, but this follows the story of our main character Charlotte. Now when Charlotte was a baby, she was in a car with her mother, and just by, you know, sheer bad luck, her mother was on the side of the road when this couple that are notorious serial killers killed her mom, and then the serial killers just couldn't bring themselves to kill the baby in the back seat that they didn't notice, and that is Charlotte. So they end up taking her and they raise Charlotte till she's around 7. So Charlotte lives with these serial killers. I can't say serial killers. So Charlotte is living with them, and they're trying to get her to, you know, kill animals and all of these things, and to incinerate objects and whatnot in their furnace. So she's kind of known as the burning girl now, I guess, from what I've read. And so when she's 7, they're then caught, right? So the police catch them, and so now she is living her life. I haven't really gotten that far, but the synopsis also says that she also ends up getting this, I want to say, power. Charlotte gets a new power because I guess the government does this experimental drug on her as probably a test subject, so now she's like a weapon, and so that's going on as well. I haven't gotten to that part, but that's a part of the story. And also, I guess with the murders, there are a lot of films that were based on, like, cheap horror films that were then made based on her life, what she went through. So the plot's kind of all over the place, but honestly it sounds so wicked and just twisted and amazing, and I'm so excited to read it. And yeah, so that's Bone Music. That's my synopsis for this book for you. I'm really excited to read this week. I'm hoping it's really good. This probably would have been the perfect October read, but you know what? That's fine. Anyway, that is my reading update for today. I would love to know what you read for this week. Let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like what you read? And just chat with me in the comments below. But I will see you next week for another reading vlog, and I hope you had a good last week, and I hope you're doing good. And yeah, I'm gonna just go to bed. I need to go to bed. It's late. All right, good night.